I made these Murphy's doors for Penelope's closet. A friend of mine asked me to make a video on how they work. Um, there used to be plans, DIY plans on murphydoors.com, but they're not there anymore. You can buy kit stuff, and basically the way they work is it's got a hinge system, two hinge system. There is one hinge over here, and then there's one hinge down here, and they are very smooth. You can't even really see them. There's the plate for it right there. So I would recommend getting an 8-inch door if you're going to do it. You can see the opening's pretty small with the 12-inch door. This is a standard closet with a standard opening, and as you can tell, the doors are they're about 12 inches deep. I think they're exactly 12 inches deep, not counting the frame. It's a 3/4 inch wood frame. There's Penelope. I decided to make them out of 1/2 inch birch plywood. I rabbited in all the joints. You can see they're all rabbited in at 1/4 inch. It's glued and nailed. These are solid pieces on the sides, solid piece of plywood, but I did rabbit both the drawers or the shelves and the sides for every one of those, and the back. The back's also got is also routed, so these are rabbited, and these have a 1/2 inch gap routed into them right here. So, but that's it. This is a piece of trim that's going to come off of there. All right, so in the instructions, it's going to have you make these things with enough clearance to clear everything every time. The only other thing that I really modified was mine are a little bit different. So the way they're supposed to work is this is supposed to be a stand. So this piece right here is supposed to be rigid, and it stands on this little wedge. It goes up the ramp, it sits in this little divot, and it should hold the weight of the entire bookshelf while it's closed. It said in the instructions it could weigh up to, support up to like, I want to say like 400 pounds or something. Ridiculous. I don't know if that's true or not, but these are very sturdy. They haven't moved at all. I've actually got touching clearance on this side over here. You can see it. You can see it kind of scrapes right there, very lightly. The other thing is, I would recommend cutting these at 45s. So this is actually custom because I wanted the same gap all the way around. So this is actually a custom angle right here. It's like 33.6 or something like that. I would not recommend doing that because I routed the edge on the outside. You can't route anything but a 45. So that was kind of complicated to do. I had to build it and then route it. It's important to get all your gaps right because you don't want any gaps here. You want very little gap up here. Just so that you can't tell that it's a bookshelf or that it's a door. It just looks like a bookshelf. And that's about it. The only other thing I had to do is I had to cut these slots right here, and I don't actually think this piece was in the original plans. I just did that to make it flush on the bottom here to where it looked more flush. That may have been in the original plans. I don't know. I know this faceplate was. So yeah, I'd recommend doing the 8-inch, even though it doesn't look as good and it doesn't really work as good for bookshelves. It doesn't look quite as real as a 12-inch bookshelf or an 11-inch bookshelf like you would normally see. But the opening when you open both doors will be a lot better, and they'll open and close a lot better than these two. But you can see they look pretty good. They're very smooth, and I like them a lot.